I think that Alex Jones should not be banned from Apple and Facebook simply because the standards that are being used by a lot of these social media companies are extraordinarily vague. Apple and Facebook, according to CNBC, have now clamped down on content by Alex Jones Monday. The former pulled 5 of his podcasts. The latter removed 4 pages controlled by him. Apple confirmed on Monday it removed 5 of the 6 podcasts, which included Jones' infamous The Alex Jones Show, as well as a number of other InfoWars audio streams. The news was originally reported by BuzzFeed News. Jones, of course, is a controversial conspiracy theorist who has claimed that the 2012 Sandy Hook shooting was a hoax, and he has been hit with other content bans from YouTube as well as Spotify. Apple's move is pretty dramatic. They've taken down the entire library of InfoWars podcasts rather than a select few episodes. An Apple spokesperson said, quote, Apple does not tolerate hate speech, and we have clear guidelines that creators and developers must follow to ensure we provide a safe environment for all of our users. Podcasts that violate these guidelines are removable from our directory, making them no longer searchable or available for download or streaming. We believe in representing a wide range of views so long as those people are respectful to those with differing opinions. So they say that he has persistently uploaded content in breach of various content guidelines. Facebook says the same. In July, Facebook removed 4 of Jones's videos and hit his own personal profile with a 30-day ban over what the firm deemed as violation of its policies on bullying and hate speech. The company explained that when it deletes content, the removal counts as a strike, essentially a warning against the person that uploaded it in the first place. In the case of pages, Facebook says it holds both a page and an administrator who posts content in violation of its rules accountable. They said that this was not about fake news. They said this was not because of Jones's tendencies toward conspiracism. Instead, it was about hate speech and bullying. They say, well, much of the discussion around InfoWars has been related to false news, which is a serious issue we are working to address by demoting links marked wrong by fact checkers and suggesting additional content. None of the violations that spurred today's removals were related to this. So it is, again, unclear what exactly it was that triggered all of this. They say that it was his threatening language, but again, I would need to see the specific threatening language that he was using. And I'm somebody who's been threatened by Alex Jones. I mean, Alex Jones has legitimately gone on his show and threatened that he would send his buddies down to the people who help fund Daily Wire, that he would send those people down to their ranch in Texas and have them harassed. I mean, Alex Jones is a bad guy. But the problem is this. Once you start saying that hate speech is a rationale for banning people from social media, you get into some very, very vague territory.
Imagine that being your lawyer. Your Honor, I would like to see these threats or evidence of these threats allegedly made by my client. I would also like to add that my client has threatened me as well.
They say that it was his threatening language, but again, I would need to see the specific threatening language that he was using. And I'm somebody who's been threatened by Alex Jones. I mean, Alex Jones has legitimately gone on his show and threatened that he would send his buddies when people are seeking to place order on chaos. They look to conspiracy theories. There are a lot of people who are big names, who are followers of Alex Jones. Most famously, the President of the United States used to call in regularly to Alex Jones and saw Alex Jones as a quasi-ally. Alex Jones claimed that after the election, President Trump was calling him fairly regularly. The problem is this. Once you start saying that hate speech is a rationale for banning people from social media, you get into some very, very vague territory. Because as we know, the left does not have a consistent standard that they uphold when they are looking at hate speech. They don't say that anything that is hateful is banned and then define hateful in extraordinarily specific terms. They don't say anything that is offensive is banned because a lot of things are offensive. Instead, they use this term hate speech to simply label stuff they don't like hate speech.
Now, watch closely, folks, as Ben Shapiro debunks his own lie.
The company said it removed Alex Jones's pages for glorifying violence, which violates our graphic violence policy, and using dehumanizing language to describe people who are transgender, Muslim, and immigrants, which violates our hate speech policies. Again, this is where we get into some serious issues. What exactly violates that hate speech policy? The company said it removed Alex Jones's pages for glorifying violence, which violates our graphic violence policy, and using dehumanizing language to describe people who are transgender, Muslim, and immigrants, which violates our hate speech policies. Again, this is where we get into some serious issues. What exactly violates that hate speech policy? Glorifying violence, which violates our graphic violence policy. Glorifying violence, which violates our graphic violence policy. And using dehumanizing language to describe people who are transgender, Muslim, and immigrants, which violates our hate speech policies. Again, this is where we get into some serious issues. What exactly violates that hate speech policy? What exactly violates that hate speech policy? And using dehumanizing language to describe people who are transgender, Muslim, and immigrants, which violates our hate speech policy.
There's nothing vague about that description.
Again, one of the things that's very weird about this is that I really dislike Alex Jones's brand. I think that Alex Jones is a liar. I think he's a conspiracist. I think he does say horrible things and hateful things on a regular basis.
He says that the reason why Alex Jones should not be banned is because the explanation that was given for the banning was too vague. Not because an Alex Jones supporter went into a pizza shop with a weapon and fired. Not because Alex Jones said that Sandy Hook is a hoax and that caused not only pain and distress in these people's lives, but it also caused families to be harassed by Alex Jones supporters. Not for any of those reasons, but because the explanation that was given for banning him was too vague. That's the reason why he should not be banned. That is just so many levels of stupid.